Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We wish you all a very pleasant afternoon from the trip ship that you have just seen on the video on the occasion of the event of the Tokeportal, the first equity crowdfunding portal platform of Hungary. We are all here today, what for? Then creating the Hungarian crowdfunding market. Groundbreaking is a challenge. It's very tough. But I can tell you, it's very funny as well. We learn a lot on our way. We have just launched the platform with the first 5 campaigns when the pandemic broke out. So it was extremely tough to survive, but here we are, full of hope. And we are very pleased that you are all here to listen to our experience, and we are also here to learn from you. I recall usually emotionally, the birth of the Budapest Stock Exchange, which I experienced with a very young age. The Budapest Stock Exchange was the first to reopen in the Eastern Bloc, and that became the symbol of the creation of the market economy. This is when I got a lifetime motivation for capital market product and service development. But it took another 20-some years until I heard of crowdfunding when the Jobs Act in the US, the first crowdfunding regulation was passed back in 2012. Then I realized that everything that listed markets cannot serve is provided by crowdfunding. First, crowdfunding enables dormant capital to enter the economy, which is, I think, the most important purpose of all policymakers. Second, it allows the local people, the retail investor, the crowd, to participate in the early stage, in the growth stage of companies, which the stock exchange would not allow. Third, the crowd can contribute to a lot to the SMEs, to the growth of SMEs. Third, what I especially loved is the so-called crowd diligence, that you can pose questions to the crowdfunders during the campaign. Imagine during an IPO, you can never raise a question from the CEO or from the president of a huge mature company. So crowdfunding fills the gap in the company funding life cycle, and therefore it has become extremely popular all over the world ever since the internet penetration has speeded up. So I started my short introduction with my recollection of the birth of the Budapest Stock Exchange, but I conclude with the sad statement that Hungary will be probably the last to introduce crowdfunding in the European Union, and it's also up to you. We all ask you to help us in our way and participate in the campaigns as much as you participate in this conference. And here I have Behara near me, who is a crowdfunding expert who joined us in this event, and he's going to introduce the program of today. And there we will have the pitches and the presentations of crowdfunding and of investment experts from almost all over the world as it is presented in the agenda.